If you're watching my video for a while, you notice that I have a lot of scars on my left hand, and you probably wonder how did this happen. So in 2012, I had this car accident, and I died illegally, and then I came back to life. I know you're probably wondering, did I see anything? I don't remember. After the accident, I lost control of my fingers. I couldn't move my fingers like the way that I do now. I could do this, and I just couldn't control these two fingers individually. I was a little insecure about it. It had been like that. It had become my new norm. I got used to it. I'm like, well, this is gonna be my life. It's not the worst thing that can happen. I can still fly a plane with this. It wasn't terrible. And most people would never really notice because I was really good at hiding it, right? 11 years after the accident would be 2012, 11. And then about 3 years ago, that's 11 years after the accident. And if you know anything about physiotherapy and the human body, if you don't use the body part for that long, it's likely not to get better. It just gets worse as you go. 3 years ago, that's 11 years after the accident. So I was sitting in church at this conference, and then I remember just thinking to myself, like, I know God can do this, but like it's been 11 years. Like I'm totally fine with it. I'm like, God, do I ask you for healing? And it just kept crossing my mind. I'm like, do I ask you for healing? And then I'm like, I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. I didn't want to believe for healing and then it doesn't happen and then I feel bad. I didn't want to go through all of that. Lord, I want you to heal this hand, but I'm okay if you don't. And then I went home that day and I woke up the next morning and immediately I wanted to do something, and then I stretched my hands, and then I noticed my fingers like could stretch. Then I noticed my fingers could stretch, and I was like, wow, my fingers can stretch. And then I realized that God had healed me. And the reason why I'm sharing this testimony is because it was 11 years after that accident, and it had become my new norm to live without full function of my fingers. And then I was fine with just living like that. And I think that's what the enemy does. The enemy makes us feel like, look, it's been 11 years. If God wanted to do it, he would have done it by now. You've been waiting for something for so long and you feel like, what's the point? Man, my life is fine. I can probably do without it. But don't stop believing. Jesus didn't ask us to have faith as big as a mountain. He said faith just as little as a mustard seed. I just had little faith that this could happen. I believed of the possibility that it could happen. And when I went home the next day, I have full control of my fingers, and it's been a blessing to be able to do that. Like now I'm even considering trying to learn the guitar again, things like that. But I thought I'd share this testimony just to let you know that he still does miracles, and it don't matter how long it's been, he can still do it in your life. All right, you stay blessed.